puts in an opposing defense. You got to make the right play. If you don't, you're going to pay. And that's exactly what Brandon Tulsa just did here.
Absolutely. I remember running it, the old NCAA games, running the option all day, up and down the middle. Those were good times. All right, here's Tauso under center. Gives to the inside to Ricker. And he's got some room to the 10-yard line, or a little bit past the 10-yard line. And they are driving right now, Dante.
Man, you got to give so much credit here, too, to the right side of that offensive line. Jack Torberg, Ryan Colbaugh, both getting a lot of push coming out over that side. Really able to get the secondary.
Absolutely. And we'll see, this is for the first time, we'll see their red zone offense here, as they are on the 9-yard line, I would say the 9-yard line. Two running backs once again, and the give is inside and to the end zone. Did he get there?
Just short, it looks
just like. Short. We'll try to get a number. Deshaun Green with the carry there, and they are very close to the end zone, within one. So a good play.
Sit down.
I mean, and the way that they play and the way that they have their offense set here. First and goal, short distance. There's no wrong play here. And it's pretty much now pick your poison for CDH.
Except not giving the ball to Marshawn. That's the one play that you don't that you don't call. And it looks like we got a timeout on the field, and we are here at Spring Lake Park High School. And yeah, we're just enjoying some high school football. Spring Lake Park on the 1-yard line. And yeah, like you said, any play could really go here.
Yeah, I mean, an excellent start here. If you're calling plays right now for SLP, you gotta love what you're seeing here, especially when you're able to get so much damage on the ground right now just through the RPO. It's so much stress on the defense, but not to mention you still have your play action in your back pocket towards the later stages of the game. And on top of that, the amount of just stress and pressure, it tires out a defense quick running the ball downhill like this.
Absolutely. So we will go with two running backs once again. Looks like that's going to be their standard look. And Tauso gets the command from the coach. It looks like no one wide receiver. And the give is inside, and that is a touchdown as Braden Tauso gives the celebration there.
Yep, and he just tucked the shoulder in, dived straight in. Nothing but a pure power play. That's strength on strength in the strength on strength in the trenches, and a beautiful play by SLP that gives him the lead.
And that's number 33, Carson Dolseth, with the touchdown on that one. So they just gave it to the big fullback and let him do his thing.
Again, and it's funny, too, because we talked to Coach last week, and again, the game plan seemed to be we're going to run the ball, keep chugging away at short yardage, and then eventually get the play down. But right now, it's bunches and bunches of yards that SLP is picking it up in.
And it looks like Spring Lake Park will be going for two. And Tauso keeps it, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. So an early 8-0 lead for Spring Lake Park.
And you can see in the second level immediately in Cretin-Derham Hall, a lot of questioning. You want to guess as soon as you see that first handoff. Am I getting faked out? I got to double check here. And as soon as you have to make that choice in your head, Tauso's already in the end zone.
Absolutely. And I think Coach, they've been working on red zone offense, and that they had that play ready to go, and he gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and that good start for Spring Lake Park. Probably the ideal start for the season, in my opinion.
Yeah, talk about a confidence boost. I mean, that's exactly how you'd want to draw it up. A strong defensive stand that followed up with great field position on the special teams play. And here we are, quick 6 for CDH.
And
8, I should say.
Yeah, quick 8, yeah. Micah Butchart Steinmeier will be doing the kick once again. Last kick was fumbled away. We'll hope, or Cretin-Derham Hall looking for a better result this time. And the kick is fielded past the 30-yard line. Then he is stuffed right there. And Spring Lake Park will take over Cretin-Derham Hall will take over on offense. So what are they looking to do differently this drive, Dante?
I mean, right now it's just a lot of concentration. A lot of self-inflicted mistakes are really what stalled out the last drive for SLP. 2 stuffs, but then some bad drops. Just a couple of miscommunication errors there. I think a lot of it right now is just settling down. And this is for both teams. Early on, these first few drives, you don't know. It's a lot of feeling out for both teams. But Right now, CDH, they need to get momentum.
And Miles Bollinger in the shotgun. And the give to the outside. And it is snuffed out immediately, swarming Spring Lake Park defense on that one. And that was number 1, Sean Robinson on the carry, and he just got hammered by a bunch of the Spring Lake Park defense.
And that's exactly what you want to see for Spring Lake Park. You want to set the edge, force those runs on the outside, and hope you can just beat them to the sideline. That's exactly how you want to draw it up.
And it appears, just based on our depth chart here, that Cretin-Derham Hall going to be using a lot of different pieces to try to attack this Spring Lake Park defense.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in the shotgun. And he gets swarmed, but he gets away to pick up a couple yards, but the preceding defense once again swarming Bollinger, and he picks up about 5.
And again, a lot to love there by SLP. As you looked deeper into the field in the second level, nothing was open. All the linebackers stood their ground, kept their zone and their assignment. Nowhere to go, and the pressure got there quick.
Yeah, but good job by Bollinger as well, stepping up in the pocket and getting what he could on that one. But also good swarming defense by Spring Lake Park. And that once again brings up a third and relatively long for Cretin-Derham Hall here. Last time they tried to go with the pass, but fumbled the snap, and they'll need better execution this time.
Yeah, they call third down money down for a reason. These are the type of plays that decide a game.
And fake to Leo Weber inside, and a little pitch outside to number 84. That is Sam Koopminers. And looks like he'll be short. And they'll be short of the first down. So 4th down and 2 coming up for Cretin-Derham Hall.
And Siobhan Taylor again setting the pressure, coming screaming off the edge, making things very uncomfortable for Bollinger.
What do you think they go with now? Would you stick with the run, or would you try to air it out to get this first down?
It's hard to say because you haven't had a lot of push here. Your best bet's probably quarterback keeper. I'd take a look at that left-hand side and see if you can try to squeeze a shoulder in, but it's a risk no matter what here.
Bollinger with the give inside, and he picks up the first down. That was Leo Weber on the carry. So like you said, just keep the ball inside, and they pick up a first down. Good for their offense to kind of get going. Wouldn't want 2 turnovers, or wouldn't want to give Spring Lake Park 2 straight possessions inside their own territory.
He did, and a smart play by Weber. He went, sat, waited for his blocks and the counter to come through, pushed forward ahead for the first down. That's the nice kind of patient play. Let's not let things get too far ahead of us. Let's take things slow. Let's just play our game. That's an excellent play there by SLP.
And
CDH, I should say.
Yeah, and Cretin-Derham Hall comes out with 3 wide. The give is inside to Weber, and he's got a little bit of room, but swarmed by the defense, picks up 2 or 3 on that one. And it looks like they're doing a heavy dose of Leo Weber on this play. On our depth chart, it says that Theodore Hatley was the number 1 running back, but a heavy dose of Weber so far.
Yeah, I mean, at this point early in the game, too, might as well see what you got. Weber has a little bit more juice right now, a little bit of shake in him. He makes the first guy miss, and he's able to charge forward at least to get positive yardage in most of his carries so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's something to be said with an Adrian Peterson kind of back who's boom or bust, but there's also one to be said about someone who can just pick up a couple yards, keep the possession going. And here's a snap. Fake to Weber. Bollinger on the outside. Throws high, and it is caught past the 40. That's, again, number 84, Sam Koopminers. And he picks up the first down into Spring Lake Park territory.
And there seems to be a lot of comfort with Bollinger attacking the middle of the field with the tight end. Koopminer really having that open space. Ball a little high, but he really makes that concentration and gets up to the second level.
Yeah, Koopminers, he's a tall kid.
Yeah.
Definitely see why coach put him at tight end. Looks like the stereotypical kind of tight end could have a future beyond Cretin-Derham Hall High School as he's in motion right now. And the give is inside to Weber to the outside, and he picks up a couple. Not too much on that run.
Yeah, quick stop there. It looked like it was Caden Woods who was able to get some disruption there straight up the middle of the field.
And it looked like, I think for Cretin-Derham Hall, number 53, Brady Stockland, looked like he took an interesting hit. It looked like an off-balance kind of hit on that one. And glad to see that he's okay. It looked like an awkward footing on that play. And Bollinger in the shotgun. Give is to Wet. No, he keeps it. Goes the outside looking towards the middle, and it is caught again by Coop Miners.
Flag on the field.
And
I'd question if it's illegal contact here.
it appears to be on an eligible man downfield, I believe. Or 12 men, or what? Confused on that one.
It appears to be on CDH.
Yes.
They're
So
walking him back.
yeah, it looks like an eligible man downfield. So
There
it
we
looks
go.
like one of the linemen just got a little too excited and wanted to run a route. So
Yeah, risky throw there, though. I mean, excellent catch by Coop Miner, but man, what a risky throw straight to the middle of the field there. A lot of guys over.
Yeah, there were a lot of Panther defenders. By the way, we should say the time. Through about 3:30 left here in the first half.
Quarter.
Right. This isn't soccer. This isn't soccer. All right, here's the snap. Looking downfield. Oh, and he's open. And the catch is made by Jalen Gales. Or Gales, excuse me. And so a good play there after the penalty.
And this is exactly the kind of momentum drive, though, that we spoke about that CDH needed. Just a real confidence boost. Let's keep the chains moving, doing it through the air, doing it on the ground.
And the give, and it's just a keeper inside, or did he hand it off? I think it's a keeper inside. Yeah, Bollinger just picks up the first down on that one. And what a clutch play after the penalty to come back, not get too down on yourself, pick up the 11 yards, and then that set up the 1 yard keeper.
Yeah, again, this is exactly the kind of bounce back that CDH needed here to stay competitive in this game. Early game from both sides, and a lot of feeling out process for both teams. But I'd have to say both coaches got to be happy with the performance overall.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would say. Cretin-Derham Hall getting close to the red zone. This is the first time this year we'll see him at the red zone. They are on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 25. Looks like there's a timeout on the field.
And you've got to think, though, as we get closer and closer here to the red zone, size, strength, those are key things you want on your pass catchers in that area. And it seems like number 84, Coop Miner, is someone that Bollinger truly trusts. I'd expect him to get a lot of play and a lot of vision here in this red zone area.
Absolutely. And looking across, looks like a good contingent for the Cretin-Derham Hall fans as well, coming out to support their team. Not too far away, I believe, Cretin-Derham Hall and St. Paul. So got to go across Minneapolis a little bit, but
true. All things considered, though, stands like the 3/4 full.
Yeah, I would say so. There's a glaring gap in the middle between the student section and the fans, but it's probably for the best. But a good show on both sides. It's football's back, baby.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like it. There's so many families and students also excited for this game.
And the give is inside, or to the inside, pickup of a couple.
That's Nolan Harris getting the carry now.
Nolan Harris. So it looks like they're going with different looks in the backfield. Nolan Harris on the carry on that one. That'll bring up 2nd down here.
You have to wonder if Nolan Harris more of a bigger back, someone they probably feel more comfortable with trying to get those dirty and short yardage situations.
Absolutely. And they'll come up. That was a gain of 3, so 2nd down and 7. Harris again in the backfield. Right next to Bollinger.
Coop Miner in motion.
And the give is to Harris. Tries to get to the outside, but is swarmed by some Spring Lake Park defenders. And good Looks like Smith with the tackle on that one, and good interior defense by the Spring Lake Park Panthers.
And that's exactly what you want to see out of your linebackers. When you're running a 4-4 style defense like the Panthers do, you're really hoping for your defensive line to set the edge, and then at that point, it's up to the linebackers to quickly diagnose, make the play. And that's exactly what Jackson Smith did here.
And that'll bring down a 3rd and 7 here. They were able to convert the last 3rd down they had with a 1-yard QB keeper, but it's a little deeper this time. 3 wide receivers to the left. And he's looking left, throws. Oh, and it is intercepted. Big interception there by number 2, Shavion Taylor, and a great play by Shavion to get the ball back in the Panther hands.
What a game this kid is having so far. I mean, he read the play the entire way through, saw it, diagnosed it, undercut it. And it takes skill not just to have the speed to get there, but the concentration to get your hands on it too.
Yeah, and just the agility to get the ball there, and now this plays right into Spring Lake Park hands. They want to methodically go down the field. Well, they got some field to go down.
You
right
talk
here.
about situational football, and that is the kind of play that you need when you need it most, when it's most on the line, to be able to diagnose and make that play. Now, that is a momentum changer for Taylor and the Panthers here.
Absolutely. And we have a timeout here. Spring Lake Park calls I believe, their 2nd timeout of the half. But yeah, a beautiful night here at Spring Lake Park High School. As a newcomer to this place, what's your impression of the field here and the facilities here at Spring Lake Park?
My gosh, I mean, for a high school facility, I've never seen anything like it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A massive stadium, a great background for the arena. It's just a great bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I would be if I was in high school, I'd be proud to play on this field. My home games particular. So
it's funny because we were talking before the game. It's like the size of just the stadium and the gym behind it was almost the size of what felt like my high school.
And the give. No, Telso keeps it, picks up a couple there. And again, they go with the option look, trying to catch Spring Lake Park off guard. And that's the difficulty of the option. You gotta keep track of at least 3 players. Mm-hmm. And Brett picks up 3 on that one.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing to note, though, Tulsa took a solid shot as soon as he got to the second level. Didn't pick up a ton, but something to note of. I mean, it's nice to be able to get those running games to get the pressure on, but man, that's a lot of hits to take too for your quarterback.
We got about 50 seconds here left in the first half, and the give is inside to Ricker. He picks up a couple. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4. And I was talking to, this was actually last year, John Stewart, coach of it was a 1st down. My apologies. So picked up more than I thought. But 1st down for Spring Lake Park. But I was talking to Coach last year, and he said he just wants his team to pick up 3 or 4 yards every play and methodically go down the field. And that's pretty much what they've been doing so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's a genius play to try to do it that way.
And, a give is outside, and he is gone. Touchdown, Spring Lake Park Panthers.
It's Jackson Smith. It looked like.
Jackson Smith with the touchdown, and they ran the option to perfection on that one.
My gosh, got everyone biting from CDH. Had myself biting. I didn't see Jackson Smith get on the outside, cut outside, found his blockers, paused, jump cut,
and
6.
And they kind of showed me up. It was right after I said that Spring Lake Park wants to gain 3 or 4 yards every play. Well, sometimes they'll take, it's coming back. It's coming back. It is coming back.
Oh, flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. So not even, that was probably on the run because he had him. I'd have to see a replay because he had some space. I don't know if the illegal block in the back made him so wide open in the field.
Freed him up for that bubble.
Freed him up, yeah, but missed opportunity for Spring Lake Park, and I believe it will still be 1st and 10, but a missed opportunity for Spring Lake Park. Maybe they can spring one again. Looks like it'll be 1st and 7, actually. So I wonder if that was downfield.
It certainly was.
Two men.
Which is even more of a heartbreaking decision, knowing how far he was going.
Absolutely, and the ball is on the field. Fumbled on that one, and it is picked up by Cretin-Derham Hall. They were trying to go to number 34, Kayshawn Green, and it fell out of his hands. And man, what a turn of events here from a touchdown on one end to Cretin-Derham Hall position on the 34-yard line.
Hey, and that's the exact swing of things, right? I mean, we had just looked at Cretin-Derham Hall as they had just threw an interception. Looked like they were in a bit of a situation, but they settled down. And it's funny, you had mentioned earlier the risk of those RPOs. It's a lot of moving pieces in there, and everyone has to be on the same page. Talso tried to get that ball out at the last minute and just wasn't quite ready there.
And I wonder, I'm going to have to talk with Coach once it gets colder, how if they'll still run those plays, considering how cold it can be here in Minnesota. And the give is inside to Nolan Harris, and he is swarmed by the Spring Lake Park defense for no gain. And it looks like that'll be the end of the first quarter here at Spring Lake Park High School. Your score, Spring Lake Park 8 and Cretin-Derham Hall nothing here on Spring Lake Park High School. This is North Metro TV, and the second half is coming up here on Spring Lake Park High School.
Got you on air, so.
Oh, cool. Everything sound all right?
It didn't in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But it does sound good now.
Okay.
So, good to go.
Good.
Sweet.
You're killing it, Dante. You're really.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
Hi. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah?
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me because like I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Share new perspective.
Back here at Spring Lake Park High School as Cretin-Derham Hall is in the shotgun, and they have a new quarterback, and they are going to air it out on the first play, and it is caught. Touchdown, Cretin-Derham Hall.
And what a play by Jalen Gales. He breaks off on a post, immediately gets his man beat. The ball is a little underthrown, but he still has the concentration to make the play on the contested ball, gets in the end zone, and it's a 2-point conversion away from tying it up here.
Ryan Watford comes in for his first play of the game. We were told he might play some quarterback tonight, and maybe he's the deep ball thrower because that was a pretty good deep ball on that one. Yeah. And how about that coming right out of the first period or first quarter break and going deep, showing you're not scared.
And that's the exact kind of play that you're going to want to try to do if you're CDH. Let's get them off their toes. This is an opportunity for you to jump them now while they're down.
And the feel good is good. The extra point, I should say, is good. That was Aiden Mackey, the junior, with the extra point. And whole new ball game. Whole new. We thought Spring Lake Park had a touchdown. We thought they were going to almost run away with the first quarter, but first play of the second quarter, it's a whole new game.
And you know, Gabe, you mentioned it just now. Ryan Warford, the versatility of that young player. He was also the one who handled the first kickoff, too, for the Panthers. So, kick returner, playing a little bit of quarterback. He was a pass catcher out of the backfield earlier. So, a little bit of everything that this player can do, someone that SLP is going to have to key in on early.
Yeah, he's a little bit of an Owatani, to use a baseball term. Like, you know, the main pitcher of the offense and playing defense as well. That's my best analogy for that. Well, we are here at Spring Lake Park High School, and Spring Lake Park now with only a 7-8 lead, and it looks like some of the Spring Lake Park players ran to the wrong side of the field and had to be waved back. Did you see that?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Looks like there's a bit of confusion on the field.
Yeah, a little bit of a confusion, but we got through. Actually, the two kick returners, Travion McMiller, got a little confused there. A little confused at which side they were going to.
Yeah, first kickoff now, too, for the Panthers.
And the kick is up, and it's a nice one. Nice spiral. McMillan with the reception. And can he get to the outside? He's got some room. He's past the 30-yard line and out to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Trayvon McMiller. What a play. Great kickoff. Able to get his vision, see his blockers in front of him, start to take off towards the outside. Almost got tripped up, but was able to keep his feet under him and pick up an extra 10 yards or so.
Yeah, that's in a field position game like this, an extra 10 yards can be vital to winning and losing a game. And again, Tulsa will come out under center. Two men behind him. And the give is inside, and pickup of a couple. I believe that was Ricker on that one. I was right.
And that's important, though, right now for the Panthers, kind of just to settle back down. Let's not do too much too early. I understand that it's been a lot of big plays early so far, but the game plan is to attack by chunk, and get some low yardage situations.
Absolutely. I think the crowd would have went mental if they tried another option on the first play after fumbling one away. I don't know how the crowd would have taken that. And again, two behind seems like that's their standard formation. And the option is to the right side. Oh, and he's got a lane.
He's got a pocket for
past the 40 to the 35-yard line. Jackson Smith with the big run, and they went back to the option. No fear, and a huge play by Jackson Smith.
Come right back down to it. Let's put the trust in the players. Continue the process. Excellent play there by Jackson Smith, too. Almost got wrapped up on the edge. Was able to keep his balance. Continue on along. Had some great blockers, too, coming from the right side. Eric Vidoy. Great blocking heading down the field. It kind of sprung a little leak for him.
Absolutely. Some great downfield blocking for the Spring Lake Park Panthers. And here is Talso under center. Two guys behind him. Oh, and it looks like some movement at the line, but no call from the ref. And he goes to the left side, pitches it to...
Well, he's able to get to the second level, third level, almost to the end zone. He's at 5-4.
And a huge run right there by Green.
Yeah, Kayshawn Green getting a lot of run early on here.
Yeah, and kind of a redemption. He had the fumble earlier, but comes back with a huge run, gets it deep in Spring Lake Park territory. So they got three guys who can really attack you running the ball. They got Green, Jackson, or Smith, and Ricker all have seen reps here tonight as Spring Lake Park or Cretin-Derham Hall takes a timeout.
And if you can't handle all that, Talso will have you covered too.
Absolutely. They like to run. Yeah. They're a Forrest Gump kind of team. I guess is what I would call it. So we are here, Spring Lake Park High School, about 10:03 left here in the second quarter. Keep wanting to say half for some reason. I don't know. I haven't been watching that much, but I've been watching too much Loons.
That's what it is.
Which is fun. If you've never been down to Allianz Field, I would recommend it. It's a fun time. But anyway, we are here at Spring Lake Park High School. 8-7 Spring Lake Park with the lead.
The Panthers driving in the red zone within 5 yards of the end zone. A great opportunity. And again, right now this plays to the strengths of the Panthers offense.
Yep.
It allows a pick your poison situation as you have that RPO-based offense. And especially now when you're looking here, if you're CDH, you've been burned by all three runners and the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of things you feel good on, so it's really going to force anybody, the linebackers, the DBs, to really make a choice.
And here's the give inside, and he is in for the
Yep, he reaches.
Oh,
in,
no,
but they call him short.
He's short. That was Freddie Anthony on the carry. And just short of the end zone. Again, 1 yard from the end zone. Once again, last time they kept it with Talso.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they do this time. Can't imagine they bring out the pass on this play. Can't imagine they would, considering all the success they've had. Yeah, right. Great show.
But you'd got to think right now, just quarterback keeper, bury the shoulder in, and let's just see Talso get in.
It is a give. Yep, that's what they do. Kind of fake to the left side. He is in for a touchdown. Braden Talso with the touchdown, and Spring Lake Park goes up 14-7. And like you said, just keep it with Talso. Wasn't a straight QB sneak. Kind of faked the option, then went right inside.
Exactly. And, it's playing strength on strength here. Your offensive line has been in a lot of push, a lot of strong push. And we haven't mentioned it a ton, but the offensive line's been holding up on their side here. And it's causing a lot of issues for the defense of CDH.
Absolutely.
I mean, right now, the Panthers have to be proud of their performance. Right now, everything going their way.
And Spring Lake Park trying to make this a 2-possession game, which would be big here if they can convert. Make it a 2-score game. And the give is inside, and
Talso calls his number again. Looks to be just short.
So cannot convert on the 2-point conversion. So we have a 14-7 game here at Spring Lake Park High School. Cretin-Derham Hall to receive the kick. And what went wrong on that play?
Just didn't get a lot of push. Got to give credit where it's due. When you get in the trenches there, it's strength on strength. Who wants it more? And right there, you're able to see the push for CDH just to stop the play and stop the bleeding.
Apparently there was a phone found in the men's bathroom. Do you have your phone, Dante?
Call it?
Yeah, I can. At halftime, we'll do it. We'll throw it out there. I didn't know. I thought there was just porta potties out here. I didn't know there was a men's bathroom.
Yeah, right?
Anyway.
As nice as this place is, though.
Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. We are at Spring Lake Park High School, a very nice venue, a great place to call or watch a football game if you ever want to come out here. Beautiful press box as well. Nice sunset going down. You can see it across the school, nice shadow. Just everything's very nice here.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of at an important spot game-wise as a whole. Not to change the subject too much, but
go ahead.
It's interesting to me because as we get closer and closer, the hot sun's still out here. It's sunset, not really hitting all the way through. Going to get a little cooler at that point, but the heat's got to made an impact here, especially for the players playing in the trenches for two heavy run-based teams.
Absolutely, and we've already seen 2 fumbles tonight, so I'm sure sweaty hands as well.
Exactly.
And the
kick possession could play.
The kick is off, and looks like it'll fall out of bounds, so a penalty. So good field position coming up for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, free points, or free yardage, I should say, in the field here.
Would that be something if you got free points for kicking the ball? Like, what if someone lost a game because they kicked the ball out of bounds? That would be amazing. Anyway, so Cretin-Derham Hall will take the field, or the offense will take the field, I should say. Probably looking to build off the momentum of the last drive, which started with a Spring Lake Park turnover and turned. We haven't really seen any punts so far tonight. It's been turnovers or touchdowns.
Yeah, and a different look for Spring Lake Park as they came out with number 18. That was Warford, again, getting an opportunity to throw the ball there and pushing it down the field.
And it looks like they'll go with Warford again, and the give is inside. He gets to the outside. That was number 42 on that one. Leo Weber. Oh, so they went with Weber again on that one. Looks like he's going to be the main carry. But it looks like it's quarterback by committee right now, and it looks like so far it's
Warford getting back into the huddle.
Yeah, looks like it's Warford's offense.
Which is interesting. He brings a different dynamic to the offense. A lot more speed coming, especially when you saw that RPO there. He cut out to the outside, and you can see that speed straight away. Makes sense why he's also one of the team's kick returners.
Yeah, you don't see that often, quarterback and kick returner.
Right.
Not many coaches will allow that to happen. And he fakes outside. Looks like he's trying to go deep again through the middle, and it's intercepted. Freddie Anthony, and he brings it back to about the 47-yard line, and he is pumped here on the Spring Lake Park sideline, and that's the risk when you open it up and try to throw the ball a lot. You risk throwing the ball away in interceptions, and that's the second one of the night.
Yeah, I mean, SLP didn't bring any extra blitzers there, kind of let their coverage do the talking. And basically, it caused Warford to kind of make a decision towards the middle of the field that maybe he's going to regret here. Covered completely, trying to get it back out to Gales, who he got the touchdown to earlier, but absolutely blanketed there. Wasn't the decision he probably
I do kind of like them attempting it, though, like trying to open it up, trying to keep the Spring Lake Park defense honest, and the give is inside, and that is number 16.
That's Ricker.
Ricker, yeah, they go back to Ricker. And a gain of 6, and then you see the polar opposite, Spring Lake Park, just trying to run RPOs and running it up the middle as well. So kind of two different stories being told here by the offenses.
Well, and that's the great thing about SLP's run-based offense. The situation doesn't change for them after this turnover. They're still going to run the ball. They're still going to play clock possession and put themselves in the opportunity to just keep gaining yards, especially if they're doing it in bunches like this.
Absolutely, and that's Ricker once again, close to a first down. We'll see if he got it.
Man, and I'd like to get a better number, too, when we get a chance at the time of possession, because the defensive line for CDH has got to be feeling some pressure here. With a run-based offense, you're standing a lot of time on your back legs, trying to set edges, trying to at least stop some momentum. And as hot as it is out here, too, it's a tough task that SLP is putting them through.
Yeah, they've been out the field for a while, and when you're around 90 degrees, that's got to be tough. That's tough for me just standing outside. And the give is to Ricker, and he's got some room.
Right to the second level.
To the 20, to the 15-yard line, just within the 15. Yeah. And, hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it for Spring Lake Park. I mean, they're just doing their thing all over this Cretin-Derham Hall offense.
Yeah, the offensive line just doing whatever they want in the trenches right now. The running backs are getting immediately to the second level, and at that point, it's all speed versus speed.
I mean, we're 6:50, or we're about 6 minutes into the second quarter. I don't think they've thrown a pass.
No. And honestly, when you're picking up yardage like that, why would you?
And the give is inside to Tayshawn Green. He picks up a couple.
Yeah, Kayshawn Green getting a healthy serving and some carries tonight. And he's making the most of them, too. And it's awesome to see, too, from a young player like that, especially after the fumble and the miscommunication from the RPO earlier.
Absolutely, yeah.
Settle down and really start to get those legs turning.
That's going to grow his confidence, too, going forward, saying, hey, I made a mistake, but coach still calls my number and gives me the ball and gives me opportunities. So that's going to build – that's building for the future.
That's how you create players in the offense you can depend on.
And the give is inside to Ricker. He bounces forward, carrying some Cretin-Derham Hall defenders. And it looks like he is he's at the 3-yard line, and that is a first down. So, and goal to go too. Would you keep the ball with Telso here?
You could. I mean, Ricker's been really able to get some extra yardage churning his legs. The offensive line is getting so much push. It's kind of up to choice now.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you could keep going hard-nosed with Ricker because he's really able to get to the second level, and he's tough to bring down. But Talso, too, has that quick speed. Right now, it's just the Panthers are overall in a situation that's
I could probably go down there. They could give me the ball, and I'd probably score a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just the push. And again, I keep harping this, but it's so impressive, the push that the Panthers' offensive line is getting. As soon as that ball is snapped, it's like you're getting an immediate yardage of just push straight forward.
Yeah, it's almost like a blue wave going across this this Cretin-Derham Hall defense. And so, yeah, we'll see what they say. And also, not only up the middle, they've been successful with they had the one fumble, but other than that, they've been able to go outside as well with the run. So they know the run's coming. They just really can't stop it right now.
Exactly. You don't know where it's coming from. And there's different play styles here for each of these runners. Ricker, more of a hard nose, is going to try to get you straight down the field 1 to 2 yards. But then you have someone like Green who's a bit shiftier, can cut to the outside. Not to mention Talso, who can do a bit of both.
And Talso with the give inside and in for
He thinks it's a touchdown.
Ricker in for the touchdown. Spring Lake Park with the touchdown. That's Ricker, and Grant Ricker puts it past the goal line, and a wider lead for the Spring Lake Park Panthers. It's now 20-7.
Well, Gabe, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's exactly what we saw there. Let's keep feeding Ricker. They haven't had much luck stopping him so far. Why try something new, especially on the goal line where they've kind of had their way for the most part.
And that's what's so freeing as a coach when you get down in those situations, that so many things can work that you can really call anything, and it'll probably work at least eventually. So yeah, just dominance by this Spring Lake Park offensive line and run game. And Telso flips it out to Green. Green, can he get it?
He gets the edge.
He fumbled it though. And I think it's no good because I think he fumbled it right before he got to the goal line, fumbled it out of bounds. Cretin-Derham Hall, if they had it, would have been a long run, but they could have run it back for, I believe, 2 points. But it got fumbled out of bounds because they had some room over there and some blockers if they could have got that ball in bounds. But
yeah, Green thought he had the edge, tried to reach for it, and just got it knocked straight out. And again, that's the kind of opportunity that you're saying. It's fortunate that's a 2-point conversion, but it is something you kind of remember and kind of just keep in your back pocket.
Right.
That's the second of these kind of offenses that we have for Green so far.
And also, I mean, if you think about it, if they would have ran that play on first or second and goal, he fumbles that out of bounds. That's
a momentum.
That's Cretin-Derham Hall's football on the 20-yard line. So Green maybe dealing with the weather a little bit. I mean, we've seen some good out of him. We've seen some fumbles out of him. But I mean, Adrian Peterson fumbled too. So I mean, if he's gonna be AP, then I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
I hear you there.
I think that's the second time I mentioned Adrian Peterson today. How many references can I make?
We're big AP fans. we talk AP AD.
And the kick is off. And it is fielded by Spring Lake Park ahead of steam. Tries to get to the outside, and he might be successful. He gets hit out of bounds. That was number 1, Sean Robinson.
Yeah, and as soon as he started to cut out to the outside, he got to the 30. He saw him kind of lose his feet under him a little bit, looking ahead. If he would have been able to keep his feet under him, he's looking at least 5 more yards. But still, strong field position so far here for CDH as they try to get momentum going.
So what'll be interesting here is last possession ended with an interception, trying to go downfield, about a 20, 15-yard pass. Will they be conservative here and run the ball? Or, wait, hey, this is what we do. We throw the ball. And new quarterback in, it looks like. I believe so, right? Bollinger? Isn't it Bollinger?
Yeah, Bollinger back in.
Yeah, Bollinger back into the game. So it is quarterback by committee, and the give is to Robinson down the middle, and he picks up a couple. So it looks like it will be Bollinger for the time, or Bollinger, excuse me, for the time being.
Yeah. And it looked like Jackson Smith was the one who got the stop. Again, strong performance by Jackson Smith so far today, too.
Give him a game ball, and it's only the second quarter. It's only the first half.
But that's just, and again, we talk so much about SLP's offensive line, but the defensive line having just as impressive of a night, holding their blocks, getting the vision for the linebackers to see, make the play.
And here's Robinson on the give, and he is snuffed out in the backfield. What a play by Thompson. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and again, it's just playing smart. It's playing smart and it's playing fast. You can get and beat your man and diagnose where the ball is coming. He sniffed it out early, and Miles Thompson able to get directly into the backfield and make a difference maker.
It's interesting. It looks like the offense looks better under Bollinger than Warford, because with Warford, they're kind of spreading it out a little bit, trying to get the ball downfield. Bollinger, it looks like they're kind of packing it in a little. Yeah, a little more meticulous, yeah. And Bollinger back to pass. The rush comes. He gets swarmed, puts it over the middle, and that is caught, but I think short of the first down. That was number 84. Coop Myers, who we saw him go earlier in the game. Oh, actually, he will get the first. It looks short from up here. We kind of got a weird angle at it.
Yeah, that's a generous spot, I believe.
Yes, I believe so. And it looks like they're going to go in a hurry up. And Bollinger to the sideline, short of Coop Myers.
Yeah, didn't have time to set his feet there.
Yeah, good rush up the middle and it looks like Coop Myers might be down, which would be a big loss for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, he's been one of the most consistent pass catchers here from both teams so far. A steady presence for no matter who the quarterback is in the middle of the field.
Yeah. And obviously, anybody who gets hurt, you don't want to see it, obviously. We can't speculate what's going on with Coop Myers, but hopefully he gets up. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Like we said, it is a hot night.
Yeah.
So could be dealing some with that. And it looks like he's up. Might get looked at.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to speculate.
But while he was extending, so I mean, it's hard to say what happened there.
Right, and it doesn't. I'm trying to see if he's getting medical attention. It doesn't really look like it. So
it looks like he's stretching out just a little.
Yeah, just stretching out. I would say it's probably a cramp or something like that. So I don't think anything too serious.
But, I mean, let's talk again, though, about the differences with the quarterbacks and the offensive play style. I mean, like you said with Bollinger, they're a bit more meticulous. They like to attack the middle of the field more, a bit more chunk with the RPOs. Whereas when you see Warford in there, it's a bit more high energy. They're looking more to spread out and attack deeper down the field.
And a fake inside. Bollinger gets swarmed by Spring Lake Park defenders, and he goes down with the sack. Huge. That was Kamara in on there as well, and a couple others. Just a big attack by the Spring Lake Park defense.
Yeah, absolute jailbreak there. I mean, not much you can do if you're Bollinger. Just an excellent rush there. Everyone got there in time, and I mean, by the time you could sniff out what was going on, it was just keep the ball safe.
So 3rd down and 18 here. I don't think there's many 3rd down and 18 plays in the Cretin-Derham Hall playbook, or at least you'd hope there's not, because you'd hope to not be in this situation. But maybe pick up Sun. Like I said, we haven't seen a punt all game.
Yeah.
So I almost kind of want to see one, just to see what it looks like.
And it seems like...
No, we have seen one. We've seen one.
We have seen one. And it seems like SLP going to keep it pretty basic. Only going to rush 3, let the linebackers play coverage.
And Bollinger gets taken down. Oh, we got hit hard. And is it a fumble? No. Looks like an incomplete pass. But he got I couldn't see by who, but he got blasted as he let that ball go. I'm glad he's okay because he got hit hard.
Yeah, an excellent play there to kind of snuff things out. Let your coverage win the rush. I mean, there's nothing more that helps a pass rush than strong coverage play. And that's exactly what you're seeing. That's complete defensive performance, defensive play, the back end helping the front end.
Really, I mean, you had the sack, you had that play. I mean, the defense is just swarming. It's really Cretin-Derham Hall got that one jailbreak play, but it's really been all Spring Lake Park tonight.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's such a tough thing for CDH to kind of be in situationally, because the way that the Panthers play, they're going to want to run the ball. They want to slow and deliberately attack the pace of the game, and they want to control the trenches. But when you have them completely taking over the trenches on both sides of the field this early in the game, it's so much to kind of overcome.
Yeah, and it's got to be demoralizing for it, particularly, and we see the Cretin-Derham Hall defensive line back on the field. A
lot of heavy minutes played for those guys. A lot of heavy minutes with a lot of different versatile backs. And it's like you're chasing how many guys tonight?
And with about 2:31 left, Spring Lake Park just going to try to march it up the field, and that's Ricker down the middle. Not much on that one. But honestly, for Spring Lake Park, as long as the ball, and I know this is just the first half, but from what it looks like, as long as you just keep the ball.
Ricker's slow to get up.
Oh, good catch.
After the play finished, he a little hobble step and then decided just to rest back down. It looks like we're going to call a timeout and have some staff evaluate here.
Yeah. Good catch. I was looking at the clock, but yeah. Hope for the best for Ricker, obviously.
Yeah, something to look forward, something to monitor as we kind of close out here. Time wise, though, I mean we're near the end of half, so likely it's probably not much more we see of Ricker from this drive, no matter what his health status is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, a lot to like here from the Panthers so far. I mean, doing it exactly how they'd want to have it done, and exactly the game plan, really.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned earlier it was a lot of a chunk that they want to try to get. It's attacking those short yardage situations. But even then tonight, it's been a lot of heavy yardage. I don't think there's been a single, well, I shouldn't say single. There hasn't been many rushes that have been stuffed at the line.
Yeah, no, it's been to the coach's plan of 3 or 4 yards a time, or they break a big one. Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if Coach, when we were talking to Coach John Stewart of the Spring Lake Park Panthers, he was talking about how he wanted his quarterback Braden Talso to make the right reads. I think he also meant right reads on the option as well.
Of course.
Like whether to keep the ball, go around the center, or to flip it off. And like you've been saying, they've been pitching it at the last second. So I would say they've been making the right reads so far, and all credit to him. I think he's played the best quarterback game I've seen where you don't throw a pass.
Mac Jones would beg to differ. But it's kind of like you said though. It's a lot to like out of the performance here by Talso. You can't run this kind of offense if you don't have a lot of trust in your quarterback and belief that he knows he can make the right plays and the smart plays. More important.
And the good news is Ricker is up and walking. Looks like he'll take a seat on the bench and they'll take a look at him. So wish him all the best. Hope that he is good for the second half or just the rest of the season as well. So it'll be Green and Jackson Smith in the backfield. Oh, he goes back to pass. Telso looking deep. Oh, didn't have the go route on that one. Didn't want to risk it up, but interesting play call there to kind of open up the offense. And I'm sure that's what he was trying to go deep.
Yeah, deep to Mikey Say. And
Mikey
again,
Say, yeah.
It's just to keep the defense honest here. Are you going to cover it? Are you prepared for it?
And the give is inside in a pickup of a couple. That's Ricker. Oh, excuse me, Jackson Smith. Yeah, apologize. Jackson Smith on the carry. And they pick up the first down. And that's what you afford when you pick up 4 or 5 yards every play. You can afford to kind of look and go long on and try things out on third and on second and first down when you know you can pick it up probably anyway. Although the time is running down, 1:22 left. And it looks like they'll try it again. He's looking deep, throws it. Mikey Say can't quite get it. Good defense on that one. By Spring Lake or by Cretin-Derham Hall. Yeah, that's number 10, Cameron Vang, on the coverage.
Yeah, good coverage by Vang. He's kept his spot. He had a lot of padding there. Didn't over pursue. Kept it simple. Now the ball overthrown a little bit, but at the same time, though, a smart play by Talso just to make sure ball get out of there. Let's just not have anyone touch it if it's not going to be contested.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think he knew it would be a 50-50 ball up there, and just give it a shot. Why not? I mean, you got momentum on your side, and if you can score a touchdown by halftime, then the momentum really on your side. And the give is inside to Green, pickup of a couple, and it's looking like Cretin or Spring Lake Park may just wind down this first half. Although I believe Cretin does call a timeout.
Timeout, Raiders.
Yep, Cretin-Derham Hall does call a timeout. So if you're the coach of Spring Lake Park, if you're John Stewart, do you just run the ball here and maybe break one, but also run down the clock up to 20-7, or do you try to go long? What do you think?
I'd keep it conservative. I'd absolutely keep it conservative. Let's run the ball. Let's play the clock. See what happens. Maybe we get something to second level. But even then, let's just get out of the half.
Right.
We're in a perfect position where we have all the momentum in the world. Let's just end the half.
Also, you get the ball coming out of halftime.
Very true.
So I mean that's a big advantage as well. And on Cretin-Derham Hall's side, just sure tackling. It's 3rd and 8 coming up. So sure tackling. Don't let them get the first down, and maybe an opportunity for a run back. Anything can happen. And particularly when you have a quarterback like Warford and Bollinger who have a pretty good arm, I mean, throw it downfield, make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, and a little bit of range too for distance for kicks tonight, whether it's kickoff or punt. So an opportunity if you're the Raiders to think that you maybe have a shot here with some decent field position, if you can get the stop, that is.
And maybe, who knows, maybe if they need a long throw, they could put in their coach Steve Walsh, former NFL quarterback, and just have him heave one.
That was the longest yard, wasn't it?
And just Telso with the
Telso.
give, and he's got some room.
My
Telso
gosh.
fakes out a defender past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Telso put on a little bit of a shimmy shake on that one, and he picks up a first down into Cretin-Derham Hall territory, but the clock ticking 1 minute to go.
Shimmy shake. That's putting it nicely. That was a dirty cut that made him get straight to the second level, and you can see the speed off Tulsa. We mentioned it all night, but that second level of speed, man, that's something.
And Telso goes back to pass. He gets swarmed. Oh, but a nice cut inside again, and he picks up a good amount of yards, and then a swarm of Cretin-Derham Hall players get on him. But good job just to pick up anything on that play as the clock's still running, 30 seconds left here.
Yeah, let's give him a nickname. Brandon Never Say Die Talso. My gosh, what a drive he's having here to close out the half.
And he spikes it down with 21.3. So good job by Spring Lake Park. Get to the line, spike it down, and give an opportunity. I don't know how their kicking game is, so obviously it's high school football, so you never know.
There's a bit of risk.
Yeah, with the kicking game. But they could try it. I mean, give it a shot. I don't know what kind of field goal kicker they got, but they could give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's a bit of an uncomfortable position, honestly, for the Panthers to be in. You're in kind of a middle range distance. You're at the 20-yard line. You got 30 seconds, well, under 30 seconds here. You need to probably get one towards the end zone.
Oh, in a misdirection, Mikey Say on the outside. And he gets tackled in the backfield. So they try something. Yeah, but he did? Did he stay in bounds?
Yeah, he got out of bounds.
He got out of bounds. Okay. So they tried throwing everything off. They haven't really tried that at all. Misdirection, pitch to Say. So try something. I mean, this is the time to do it up 20-7 when you can try something. I don't know if it was a tie game if they would have tried that, but to no avail, and that brings up 4th down and 4.
True. I wouldn't be surprised if they run another RPO, see if there's something over the middle with an intermediate route. Possibly check out Mikey Say, though, for something in a post.
He looks back.
And he has it.
Throws it to the end zone. It is no good. Incomplete pass.
That was a beauty, but at the bottom of your screen, too, Mikey Say did get open, too, on the post in the opposite corner. I mean, I don't blame Talso. He had a man open, too, over the middle of the field. Just couldn't get those feet in.
Yeah, and might as well try. You see too many times where teams get into situations and they don't even try to throw towards the end zone. Might as well try. I mean, the pass was complete, just out of bounds on that one.
Mm-hmm. Good placement. Really good placement.
It was.
High difficulty throw.
He doesn't get to use it much, but Telso does have a good arm. And it looks like Bollinger in the game. Let's see if they just run it or try to do something here. Yep, just to give inside. Yep, just get. Oh, the ball's fumbled, picked up by Spring Lake Park. That is the worst case scenario. With 0.2 seconds left, Spring Lake Park.
Yard line.
Oh, that is the worst case scenario if you are Cretin-Derham Hall. Fumble the ball. Oh, that cannot be. Steve Walsh cannot be happy on that play. You might as well just take a knee in that situation.
In hindsight, right? I mean, that's the kind of low percentage play. It's kind of see what we can get something out of it. Let's get out of the half. But that is, of all the scenarios, the absolute worst case scenario.
From the 2-yard line. Wow. What a turn of events here.
I mean, they should be fortunate, though, that that the Panthers weren't able to get into the end zone. They were kind of cut off right there at that 2-yard line.
That is true, but with how the Spring Lake Park offense has been rolling, you got to imagine the offensive line, or well-rested offensive line, is going to get a good push here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here.
And Telso to the outside. He keeps it himself in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Spring Lake Park. And the fumble with .2 left on the clock turns into 6 for Spring Lake Park. That's Braden Telso's third rushing touchdown of the game as the crowd goes nuts.
Yeah, an electric start here for the Panthers. You can see on the sidelines, everybody's up, everybody's happy. You can see on the opposite sideline, too. With the Raiders. Just a lot of disappointment. A lot of, did that just happen?
Yeah, that's got to be, it ranks up there as that's got to be one of the worst ways to end a half.
Yeah, just.
If you are the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. I mean,
and again, this put the opportunity here for the Panthers for the much appreciated double score opportunity. Close out the half with the score. They get the ball to start the next.
And they're going for 2 on this one. Telso throws it.
Gets it.
And it is caught by Mikey Say. Mikey Say, they've been trying to go to him all night. They finally get it to him. And that'll bring us to halftime. 28-7. Gabe Anderson, Dante Smith, we will join you back here at Spring Lake Park High School after halftime. We're at Spring Lake Park 28, Cretin-Derham Hall 7. We'll see you after the break.
North Metro.
Welcome back to Spring Lake Park High School, an exciting first half as we are going to jump into the second half. Spring Lake Park with a 28-7 lead, and Dante, that was completely dictated by the offensive line of the Spring Lake Park Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, so much of football is just the battle in the trenches, right? It's that offensive, defensive line, and it's not stuff that always shows in the stat sheets, but it's the push, it's the force, it's the pull, one way or the other, that's really making a difference. And right now, both of those are going in the direction of the Panthers, defensively and offensively.
Absolutely. As we see the Spring Lake Park Panthers warming up, getting ready on the field, they got to be bursting with confidence. And in the other end, Cretin-Derham Hall. It's got to be a frustrating way to end a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a tale of two different teams right now as we come back from half. I mean, right now, if you're SLP, your main goal is to not do anything too big. Let's stick to the game plan. We want to run the ball. We want to get chunk yardage, and we want short yardage situations. On the flip side, if you're CDH, you don't want to. You need something. But you don't want to get too desperate too early. A lot of time is still left in this game. You don't want to try to do more than what you're capable of doing to try to pick up too much too fast. Let's stick to the game plan. We're not out of reach yet if you're CDH. Even though you're right, it doesn't look great at the moment.
No, it doesn't look good. And a disappointing start at first half for, like you were saying, head coach of the CDH Raiders, Steve Walsh. Got to be disappointing for him. Although, like we were saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't build a program in one. You got to groom players. You got to get them into the AAUs. I guess that's basketball more, but you got to get them more. You got to get them groomed in order to build a huge program. And sometimes it just takes one or two skill players to really turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, I'd read an article with Steve Walsh. He had spoken to the Star Tribune, and he mentioned so much about program building and starting things fresh. So, I mean, like we said, Rome wasn't built in one day, and that's very true and fine. But at least you want to start to at least get some fundamental things down.
Right.
Here.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, kind of what the second half is going to be looking for.
Build a foundation for the future.
Let's find what our early talents and traits are, and let's attack from there.
Absolutely. And we are close here to kickoff, about 45 seconds until the opening kickoff. Spring Lake Park will get the ball first. And like you're saying, if you're Spring Lake Park, just run it. Just run the ball. Just do what you do. Sure hands. And even with 2 turnovers in the first half, I mean, there was 2 turnovers for Cretin-Derham Hall as well, but with 2 turnovers, still find themselves up 28-7.
Exactly, and one nice thing that they have to like too towards the end of the first half, a lot of play action starting to pay off of those RPOs.
Absolutely.
And once you have that in the mind of the defense, you have to respect it. It causes a little bit more room in the middle of the field if they can still get those blocking schemes to the second level. It causes a lot of room and opportunity here for the running backs, as well as someone like Mikey Say, who's still going to be attacking the perimeter here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they got that one pass play to Mikey Say on the 2-point conversion there. You'd like to see him get a little more involved as well because he's a good player. He's also a member of the basketball team as well. I remember calling some of his games last year. So multi-sport athletes, as a lot of these guys are multi-sport athletes. That's the great thing about high school is, unlike college, you can really pick and choose what you want to do and just kind of play whatever sport you want, really, if you're talented enough. So
True, and it's fun to say because you can see some of the talents and the strengths of those other sports play out with some of these players.
Yeah.
Someone like Mikey's Say, who plays basketball, playing with a lot of space and balance. You see that a lot with his routes.
and the ball is picked up, and he's got some room to the 35-yard line. And McMiller with the return on that one.
Yeah, gets him at strong field position. The goal of all kickoffs, so you want to try to get at least to the 25-yard line. Let's try to keep it safe. Let's get to what we can. Right now, we're starting at the 28-yard line, getting a positive yardage of 3. Strong start. Again, it's all those hidden yardage that matters.
But almost to Spring Lake Park's benefit, if they can, the more yards back they are, the more they can just run it out and just kind of just methodically go towards the towards the other end zone.
Yeah, right now it's the start of the half. They can still be a bit aggressive. They're not
And
playing time
Telso on the
possession.
outside, he is taken down by Cretin-Derham Hall. Telso tries to go to the outside, wanted to pitch it, but unable to, and he gets slammed down.
Yeah, Harris getting in the backfield quickly, slamming down Telso. That's the kind of tone setter you need if you're CDH and you're trying to start mounting it coming.
Absolutely, because for a team that wants to get 3 or 4 yards, now that completely throws off that whole formula.
Correct. It's the type of strategy where you can't really play from behind from the yardage point.
And here's the Telso on the outside. He keeps it once again, and he is taken down after looks like a gain of 1 or 2 on that one. To the 27, so a drive really going nowhere. 3rd and 11, might have to open up the playbook a little bit.
Yeah, this is the opportunity right now that CDH has really been trying to get the Panthers in all game. If you have an offense that likes to get small chunk yardage, putting them in long down and distance is the type of situation that's
we'll see if they open it up or play conservative here. Drops back, runs out to the left side, and nothing doing on that one. Probably trying to get to Mikey Say downfield, but nothing going on that one. Coach probably told him, if there's nothing there, just take it down and just conserve the possession, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So a good start for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, and you got to give credit where credit's due. Really coming back from the half, coming down, settled, composed. Let's stop and brick wall the lines here, and let's try to attack. And right now, that's exactly what you needed to start the half for the Raiders.
Absolutely. And looks like Spring Lake Park will come out in punt formation as it is 4th down and 9.
Yeah, and again, good field position expected here for the Panthers. Right now, they have a return man waiting at about the 32-yard line.
And a hard rush, but the kick is up.
And
he gets all of that one, and it is dropped, but picked up, and a good tackle down the field.
Again.
Yes, that's the quarterback, Wardford. And that'll set up Spring Lake Park or Cretin-Derham Hall at about the 32-yard line, we'll call it. No, 37-yard line. 36, there we go. It was one of those. Pick your poison. So Cretin-Derham Hall, an opportunity to really take advantage here and
yeah, this is a real important swing drive here. Mm-hmm. If you're able to stop that double score opportunity that the Panthers had, right now is the time to kind of get things back settled. Look at the game differently. Let's call it 0-0. Settle down. Let's start a drive.
And it looks like
a ball placement here.
And I believe that is Bollinger in the background or backfield. And the give is inside and nothing doing on that one.
Yeah. Hatley tries to get far, and as soon as he runs into the teeth of that defense here for SLP, there wasn't much there.
And
Strong start here.
he was the number one on the depth chart, but we haven't seen much of Hatley tonight. They're throwing different looks at the Spring Lake Park defense, and so far, Spring Lake Park has been able to take advantage and really be dominant on the defensive line. Like you were saying, offensive and defensive line, both lines have been dominant tonight.
I hear you there. And again, like you're saying, with a lot of different personnel here coming out for the Raiders, really trying to just see who's able to make a play and get some momentum going.
And the pass back, and it is caught. That is number 11, Jalen Gales. And that was Gales. He had the touchdown catch earlier tonight. So really trying to get to him. He's been his number one receiver tonight.
Mm-hmm. And he runs a lot of those up and outs, a lot of those curl routes. He tends to have a really good feel for finding the soft spot in coverage, getting some space around him, and getting the ball secured.
So
again,
go ahead.
Really reliable.
So it appears that for Watford, his night may be over. It looks like the interception was the last straw because we've seen Bollinger since then. So
yeah,
we'll
most
see.
Of his duties have been kind of in his other roles.
And the give is outside, and the pickup of a couple. That's Hatley once again.
And again, strong linebacking play. We've talked so much about the defense doing their job in the trenches, but at the same time, it's important for the linebackers to follow through. Those holes you created, those lanes you created, hit your gap, get your man. And that's exactly what the Panthers are doing on a consistent basis here.
Absolutely. And that was a gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. 8-11 left here at Spring Lake Park High School. And not really a sense of, it's only the third quarter, but not too much of a sense of urgency from Cretin-Derham Hall right now. Kind of slow coming out of the huddles.
Yeah, right now it's 7:28. It's nothing too far out of hand yet. We're still early here in the third quarter. Got a strong stop to start.
And that's Hatley again. No, excuse me. That's Harris on that one. Harris with the give on that one. And couple yards picked up. Should be 3rd and short coming up here.
And definitely understandable Raiders-wise. Let's just settle down and try to stack positive plays.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not try to do anything too much too soon. We're not going to try to get it all back in one play. Let's just stack positive plays. But even then, though, you got to give credit because they're trying to cut their backs out to the edges, and there's just destruction all over the offensive line here by the defensive line of the Panthers.
And here's the pitches it to the outside, and looks like he will be short of the first down. Good job by the Spring Lake Park defense. Coop Myers there. So Coop Myers is healthy. He's all right. We saw him go down earlier. So Coop Myers with the reception. That'll bring up 4th down and short.
And again, excellent play there by Coop Myers. Having the concentration, guys draped all over him again, and just finding the soft spot in the middle of the field, getting his outbreak and cut, and a great play. But it's short, but a great play.
Absolutely, yeah. You like the tight end to be that security blanket for your quarterback as he's rolling around, a big target to get the ball to. And we'll see if they go back with him on 4th down, although I would imagine they would try a sneak or something like that.
Yeah, they're going to check distance again here. It was really close.
It was close.
Yeah, looks like it might be a length of a change short.
He is short of the line again, brings up 4th down.
Yep, brings up 4th down, so 4th down and 1. Cretin-Derham Hall, as expected, kind of in no man's land territory, will go for it.
Yeah, this right now is a test of wills. This is a battle of the trenches kind of play. Let's see who wants it more. Is it the offensive line or the defensive line? Because they're going to try to run it straight over top.
And Bollinger plunges forward and gets a big push by that offensive line. And he picks up a ton of yards. Great push by the offensive line. And he picks up a ton of yards. What a play. We've been talking about the Spring Lake Park offensive line all night. That time, the Cretin-Derham Hall offensive line comes through in a big way.
And you see the Raiders bench up in arms, ecstatic about the play because that's the type of hard-nosed play that brings the momentum back. You're looking for 1 yard, but if you're able to push the offensive line just through straight strength to get that first down and some, that's a momentum builder.
Absolutely, and they find themselves in Spring Lake Park territory at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 6 minutes left here in the first half, and Cretin-Derham Hall building some momentum going forward here. And the give is inside, and nothing doing there. Good job by the Spring Lake Park defense. And a gain of about 1. And that was Jackson Smith on the tackle on that one.
Jackson Smith, not just with the tackle, he took Coop Miner, he took the he took everybody with him, and what a play. Just destroys, he sees his lane and just barrels down.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here we go here. 2nd down and 10, so no gain on that last play. And the give is inside. He's got some room past to the 30-yard line. That's Harris on that play, and a good run there on 2nd down makes it a much more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, able to create a nice little lane coming out the right side. Linebackers of the Panthers just didn't read it quick enough. The Raiders able to push forward here and get short down in distance.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 coming up from the 30-yard line. We'll see if they open it up, thinking that with high school you got 2 downs to really get this first down. We'll see if they open it up, try to maybe throw the ball and maybe catch Spring Lake Park off guard a little bit.
Yeah, now's an opportunity to really try to will down at the score and put some pressure on the other side of the field.
And the snap. Here comes the pursuit. Gets by it, and he's got some room. Bollinger past the 30. Tries to get inside. Did he get the first down? We shall see. It appears that he did get the first down.
He sure did. What a play by Bollinger. He really kept his mettle there. Saw the rushers around him, stopped, didn't let panic go through, didn't try to cut behind him outside, kept his eyes forward, saw some grass, and was able to get the first down and then some.
Absolutely, a great play by him. And, you know, there might be a chip on his shoulder seeing that they're playing Warford a little bit. Maybe wanted to secure that QB1 spot going forward, and he's doing a good job of it on this drive.
Well, you know, when you get down early in the game like they have, everybody feels a little extra pressure. And this is an opportunity where those who are leaders and those who are expected.
And he keeps it on this one to the outside, past to the 10-yard line. A great run pass option on that one, and he gets to the outside. And Cretin-Derham Hall is driving. That's a first down for Bollinger.
And exactly. I mean, Bollinger really putting the team on his back. Coming and starting this half strong, really staying patient, taking what the defense is giving him, and just making him pay.
The only problem that I see here, as it looks like we got a timeout for Spring Lake Park, probably wanted to slow everything down, give their defense a little bit of a rest. But the only thing is, this is kind of a long, sustained drive. And with the way that Spring Lake Park likes to play, they like to kind of run the ball, pick up first down after first down. It could be detrimental to Cretin-Derham Hall for slow scores, particularly if Spring Lake Park is going to methodically go down the field.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you just mentioned it. Right now, at 3:31 left here in the third quarter, we're running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
We're running out of time. We're running out of ball game. And again, strategy does not change for the Panthers. They're running the ball regardless.
Yep.
And right now, it becomes a clock possession game almost as much as anything else.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just sure hands controlling the ball. And to their credit, Spring Lake Park has used 2 timeouts, still 3 timeouts for Cretin-Derham Hall. So if it comes down to it, a one-possession game, and Spring Lake Park can't move the ball, they're able to use those timeouts and maybe get the ball back. We'll see if that becomes a factor here at Spring Lake Park High School.
Yeah, those become all the little hidden factors in the big picture of the game here. But right now, I mean, what matters most is the fact that CDH needs to capitalize right now.
So exactly at the 10-yard line, first down and 10, I believe. No, first and goal. Okay. I was going to see if they could pick out a first down without getting the touchdown, but they can't. And the give is inside or to the outside. Can he get there? No, not quite. That was Harris on the carry. Mikey Say playing both sides of the ball with the tackle. That's a pickup of a couple. Couldn't quite get to the kid around the edge on that one.
Mm-hmm. And credit to the Panthers all game. Setting the edge has been a strong strength here. And that's the toughest thing when you're facing a downhill running team like the Raiders.
And it looks like we have a timeout for an injured player. I can't quite see who's down right now, but probably in the middle of the... I thought there was an injured player.
Yeah, yep, I see. It looks like there's a Raiders player hobbling off
on
the far sideline here.
Obviously hope for the best for him and his. I don't know. We're here at Spring Lake Park High School. It's 28-7. Spring Lake Park with the lead. And what a great night for football, Dante.
Isn't it? I mean, you kind of feel just the excitement, that feeling in the air when you get that first game of the season. It's an opener. And there's so much excitement, especially here when there's such a good performance by the Panthers.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a cool looking field. It really is, with the Spring Lake Park in the middle and just the cool font on the numbers and stuff. It's just a cool field. Anyway, Bollinger back to pass, throws it over the middle or to the outside, tries to weave his way in. That was number 10 right there.
It's Vang trying to get up ahead. Not a lot of space for him. He tries to juke and wiggle his way up ahead. Doesn't get too much more.
And it looks like there's another Cretin-Derham Hall player down.
Is that Vang still?
Might be. We'll try to get a number on it. But yeah, so here at Spring Lake Park High School, 3rd down and 6 coming up. 28-7 Spring Lake Park with the lead. 2:53 left, and we have an injured player down. Like you said, it might have to do with a little bit of the heat, like playing in this heat for hours on end can be difficult.
Yeah, it's funny. We had kind of assumed that once the sun went down, things would start to cool off a little bit. And it is a little cooler, but
it is.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. I think, although, not to go into a full weather report here, I'm no weatherman, but I believe it's going to be a very nice weekend. I do believe. I've heard in like the 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or at least coming up soon. Soon it will be that.
I'll take anything I can get at this point.
Yeah.
These 90-degree days, man. I can't.
Like I think it. This is a Thursday if you're watching on a different day, but I think it's going to be hot tomorrow, and then it gets cold after that, or not like
Labor Day
colder.
weekend, then.
I believe.
Oh, nice.
And he gets helped off the field. Looking okay. They'll look over him at the sidelines. Hopefully hope for the best.
Yeah, that was indeed Vang walking off a little gingerly. But 3rd and goal situation here for the Panthers. I should say the Raiders. The Panthers looking to get a stop here.
Yeah, this would be demoralizing for Cretin-Derham Hall if they can't punch it in here. Bollinger looking back, throws to the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, he gets taken out.
Yeah,
a great
right
tackle. So the ball is caught by Jalen Gales, but Mikey Say with a huge hit, keeping him from scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, lands the stick, cuts him right in half. 4th and goal. What are we going to do? You got to go for it.
And you hate to say that this might determine the game, but the way it's been going with their slow, methodical drives, this could be a big teller on who's coming home tonight. And they're going for the field goal. Very interesting move.
Hey, going to cut it and play.
Yeah, I mean, high school, you never know, but if you can do it, you might as well try it.
Yeah, play the possessions game.
Kick is up, and it is right through the upright. So they get 3 first. They strike first, although late in the 3rd quarter, so it is 28-10.
So, I mean, with that, though, a conservative approach by the by the Panthers, but by the Raiders, I should say. But one thing they have to feel strongly about is how well they played the Panthers' offense to start the half. Really kept control and kept pace. Maybe they felt some added confidence from that drive.
Absolutely. And interesting move, though, to kick the field goal. I mean, it was 4th down and 6. Or no, it would have been 4th down and 2. But that field goal still makes it a 3-score game.
I think part of it, too, is you have to consider just the performance that the defensive line of the Panthers has had all game. A lot of it is wondering what's your probability chances here. And you have to look at the situation. It hasn't been great all game.
Absolutely.
Let's take the points. Let's get out of Dodge. Hope that our defensive performance from last drive follows through. The defense is still well rested. Let's hope that momentum.
Now, I don't know if Coach Steve Walsh and the special teams has worked on this, but a surprise onside kick.
Situationally, this would be the time.
It would be the time. Now, we see how well that worked for Nebraska, but sorry, Joe. We have a friend from Nebraska named Joe who is a huge Nebraska fan.
He's sad.
Yeah, he got married, though. Congratulations. All right, here comes the Spring Lake Park special teams. I would imagine they would put a couple players up just in case of an onside kick. I just got a feeling now would be the time.
Move the hands team up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a risky play, though. I mean, if CDH is going to be conservative with that field goal, you'd have to assume.
Nope, they kick it long.
And it's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the bench deflate a little bit when you look across the sidelines here at the Raiders. You felt that momentum start to churn, and then just that play right there with excellent field position now going straight back to the Panthers on the other side.
Absolutely, especially when you go on that long drive. I believe that was only the second possession of the third quarter.
Yeah.
That drive took a good 9 minutes at least, and you only come up with 3 points. And now Spring Lake Park starts at the 40-yard line. So it's got to be demoralizing for Cretin-Derham Hall that they didn't at least come out with a touchdown, at least 6 points on that drive. And Telso keeps it. He gets hit and picks up maybe a yard.
Yeah, I can't stress enough. I mean, one thing we don't talk about is Brennan Talos, his strength, too. He's been regularly able just to get through, lower the shoulder, and at least get the first guy off him. 6'1", 175 pounds. The 6'1" frame really showing there.
Absolutely, and I misspoke there. They actually started on the 35, so gain of 4 on that. So 2nd and 6 coming up. Maybe Telso won't hand off the rest of the game. And there you go. Give is inside. He is stuffed at the line.
Yeah, looked like it was to green there. Not much room.
Yeah, not much to go in that. But this is the formula for Cretin-Derham Hall is stuff them and then get the ball back, right? Because now they're in a 3rd and 5 situation. If they don't convert this, now obviously in this situation you got to go down and get a touchdown. But I mean, we'll take this over what was going on in the first half if you're Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, I mean, and give credit where it's due. I keep saying this. The defensive line for the Raiders playing so much better here in this second
he drops
half.
back to pass, puts it over the middle, and it is dropped. I believe that was Mikey Say. No, excuse me, Stelly.
Yeah, right off his hands.
So
Ball a little too high.
Yeah, he was open, though. He was definitely open.
Yeah, one thing you have to wonder, the pressure's been getting there a lot for the Raiders. If that had to have been in the back of the mind of Brandon Taloso as he was making that play. But again, you got to give it credit because once again, I look up and immediately in the backfield, I'm seeing, it was number 78 here, Michael Bougie Jr., regularly in, as well as Oho over there, making life miserable for Tauso.
It's a fake! It's a fake up the middle, and he has got some room past the 30-yard line. Could he go all the way down at the 5-yard line? Freddie Anthony gets it on the fake, and what a call by the head coach of the Spring Lake Park Panthers, John Stewart. What a perfect time for a fake, and that worked to perfection.
We sit here and we preach conservative. We're going to keep it simple, ball control. That wasn't conservative. But an excellent play and a momentum changer, taking it straight up the field, and no one on the field saw it coming.
And how about this? You're Cretin-Derham Hall. You think you have some momentum going. Okay, we're going to stop them. We're going to get the ball back. No, all the way down to the 5-yard line where they've controlled the offensive line so far to this point. So a touchdown.
An amazingly executed surprise there.
A touchdown would be an exclamation point, in my opinion. And Tauso keeps it on the outside. Can he get to the court? No, he flips it. Cannot get to the end zone on that one. And it looks like we're going to take it to the end of the third quarter unless they come out very quick, which I don't think so. 28-10 on the scoreboard. We'll be back for the call of the fourth quarter next right here on North Metro TV.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Share new perspectives with North Metro TV. Capture breathtaking cinematic images. Business exteriors, scenic landscapes, sporting events, or community images. With a professional videographer at the controls, North Metro TV will tailor a package for your budget. For high-quality photo and video aerials, contact North Metro TV. North Metro TV News is your source for local stories. Highlighting the issues in your community, we bring you the news that's closer to home. Join us as we explore the stories all around us, every day at 2:30, 6:30, and 10:30.
The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer.
Touchdown. Braden Tauso with the touchdown. I believe that's his fourth of the night. And it is, and like we were saying before, that was the exclamation point on this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that right there could be the dagger. It's a tough position right now for the Raiders to be in. You thought you had it. You're playing clock possession. You're playing conservative. You kick that field goal, and then you let up all the yardage on a fake punt. I mean, it's demoralizing. It really
I mean, it's a little early, and a lot can happen. But that might be the best call that head coach of the Spring Lake Park Panthers makes all year.
Yeah,
because that was a heck of a situational call right there.
Yeah, give Coach Stewart credit where it's due, because man, that's a blood in the water moment.
Absolutely.
He saw the blood in the water, and as a Shark, he just went after it.
And
what a call!
It's
what
interesting,
a call.
And a lot of times with teams you don't see, as there is a Cretin-Derham Hall player, looks like was injured but is getting up. So, like I said, could be cramping, could be a lot of things, but he looks to be okay, or at least walking off the field. But like we were saying, man, just a gutsy goal. And a lot of times you don't see that on week one. You see it saved for later on the year, but he's showing the playbook tonight.
Especially with the 2-score lead.
Yeah.
I mean, like, situationally, if that play doesn't get the positive yardage, if that play falls apart.
Tauso throws it to the side, and it is caught. Mikey Say again on the 2-point conversion, 36-10. And that makes it 36-10, a 26-point lead here at Spring Lake Park High School. As they play some jump around, little House of Pain going on here at Spring Lake.
Crowd's feeling it here. A lot of reason to celebrate.
Yeah,
a lot of reason to celebrate here. And that's exactly what the Panthers want to see on that first night. You want the crowd bumping around, jumping around here as they enter the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. And so the scene isn't exactly University of Wisconsin-Madison, but it's close. It's
not
a
shaking.
Minnesota version of that. It's the Minnesota Knights version of
Some
that.
small trimmers.
Man, I have always wanted to be in the crowd for that, though.
Yeah, the jump around.
For the
Oh,
jump
gosh.
around. Man, Gophers, UW, that'd be a fun game. Bring home the axe. Anyway, back here at Spring Lake Park High School, 36-10. Spring Lake Park with the lead, and it's pretty much over. I mean, unless Cretin-Derham Hall has something up their sleeve. And the kick is off, and it is fielded. And he is stuffed at the 23-yard line. Good kick coverage by Cretin-Derham Hall, or by Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, I mean, and right now it's really a situational pressure that the Raiders are facing. They need to pick up yardage in big chunks very fast.
All right, here we go. Cretin-Derham Hall with the ball. And it looks like Warford back in the game, I believe. Doesn't look like Bollinger to me.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't blame him. Right now, you need someone who's going to pick up the pace. Let's get your best playmakers, your fastest players out here, and let's try to get some momentum.
And he drops back, throws immediately, and it is bounced and intercepted. That's Anthony. He's to the outside, cuts back inside, and he is in for a touchdown.
So I don't think that was the momentum starter that the Raiders were looking for. But what?
No, I do not think so.
Read the entire way by the DB and just eaten alive. Right now, everything's going all Panthers.
Everything's coming up Panthers right now, I would say. And touchdown, Spring Lake Park Panthers. Just, man, when it rains, it pours. And I think it was all set up by that fake punt, which caused them to get out of their element, to kind of throw the ball a little bit. And that's caused a turnover, and Spring Lake Park has taken full opportunity.
I'm going for the extra point kick now. One thing you have to consider, though, as...
Oh, the kick is blocked, so it'll stay 42-10.
One thing you have to consider, though, as the Raiders look to get the ball back, are we going to see Warford again become under center? I mean, his last two passes have been intercepted.
Now, although that one was not necessarily his fault, kind of bobbled, or the wide receiver kind of bobbled it in the air.
Very true, very true. But, I mean, it is a confidence shaker, especially for a young player like Warford.
Yeah, we shall see. We'll see who comes out for Spring Lake. It looks like he's going to be on the kick coverage team, so if that tells you anything.
Yeah, I mean, with his versatility, the Raiders can't afford to not have him on the field, that's for sure.
What is, I'm sorry to bring this up, but what is this cover? Because this is not quite right. This sounds like a bad cover band. I don't know if you can hear it over but this is weird. Anyway, back here at Spring Lake Park High School.
And that's how you know the scoring situation. Right now, the Panthers sitting here with a 42-10 lead. Right now, the stadium is shaking. Classic rock playing around. The fans enjoying themselves. And the Panthers rushing back on the field with a little swag.
And you know what the best part is for these Spring Lake Park Panthers? No school tomorrow.
How about that?
They don't gotta get. They have no school tomorrow. Next Thursday's game, they'll have to go to school after this, but not tonight. They can go. They can rest. They can do whatever they want. They can go to the fair if they want to. It's a perfect for the Panthers. Everything's coming up Panthers right now. And the kick is up. And Warford fields it, gets ahead of steam. So, he fumbles it. Ball is on the ground, and it is picked up, I believe, by a Cretin-Derham Hall player. So actually he helped him gain some yards on that one.
Yeah, I mean, but to me it looked like a situation of trying to do too much at one time. Again, he got that full head of steam and not a lot of ball security as he got there. It looks like a hand got in and punched it straight out.
Yeah,
right now, very fortunate that the Raiders were able
and
to
how about credit to the Spring Lake Park special teams and their defense as well, just forcing turnovers. And it looks like it will be Warford back into the game.
And see, and that's the biggest thing. Once you start forcing fumbles,
And the give is inside. Nothing doing on that one. That's Weber again.
but once you start forcing fumbles, it just adds something else that the Raiders have to now start to consider. You're trying to play fast. You're trying to get as much as you can, as fast as you can, just to stay in this thing. But that leaves you prone for some mistakes.
I think at this point it's just building towards the rest of the season for Cretin-Derham Hall. I think it's not about necessarily winning this game. I mean, it's possible. 32 points is quite a mountain to climb, particularly with the kind of offense Spring Lake Park plays. But I think it's just building good habits for the rest of the season going forward.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's a tale of two different teams at two different spots in their program.
And the give is inside once again, and he'll pick up a couple. That was once again Weber.
I mean, right now we have, Spring Lake Park coming off a 6-3 season, really trying to improve and excel into the upper echelon of their conference. And then you have a team like Cretin-Derham Hall that's restarting a program. And so, I mean, this is the meeting point at week 1, but they're both going in different directions, looking to accomplish different things at this time.
Also, it's interesting because we were mentioning so many seniors gone from the last year's Spring Lake Park offense. They're kind of starting anew as well, and definitely a good start to their new outlook.
That's true. And, when we talked to Coach Stewart last week, he said he felt really good about his seniors this year.
Oh. Did he? He actually snapped that?
He dropped that ball.
Was that? I don't know if that was a play.
Yeah, we're going to whistle that dead.
Yeah, I think that's a dead. I think that's just a movement. Yeah, that's a false. Yeah. Fans wanted a fumble, but I just think too many moving pieces on that one to call that.
Let's kill before it starts here.
Yeah. I mean, up 42-10. I mean, Cretin-Derham Hall could use some breaks.
Right.
Like, they'll take that one.
Which, again, going back to the interview with Coach Stewart that we had last week, he had mentioned that they'd hit a wall that previous Monday, and we're looking to try to get some momentum, looking to try to at least get that energy back as he heads towards the start of the season.
And he drops back to pass. Oh. Yeah. Oh, and it looks like we could have some pass interference on this one. Trying to get it to Gales once again, but...
Yeah, it looks like Teddy Wackman. The Panthers, who got a little turned around there and wasn't able to get his head turned back and got some interference there.
And interesting, because it didn't look like Gales was even really looking for the ball. It looked like he was in his route and trying to get open, but just a miss opportune time for the Spring Lake Park defense. So a good play for Cretin-Derham Hall. Obviously a lot of ground to make up, but it's a start.
Right now, the most important thing here that the Raiders see is that first down. Right now, let's just focus on our positive. Let's continue to get positive plays. Let's get first downs and get something good on tape.
And here's Warford, throws it out to the outside. Oh, it is dropped. Incomplete, trying to go to Gales once again. And that's been a problem for Spring Lake Park, just balls bouncing off of their fingers and for Cretin-Derham Hall. That's been a problem, balls bouncing off their fingers, and sometimes finds the turf, sometimes it is found Spring Lake Park hands. So they might need some grippy gloves out there.
From my perspective, just from the angles, usually more often than not, and in this case, Gales did have some space ahead of him. He had some green in front of him. Maybe it looked like it was a situation where he was looking too far ahead of himself before he caught that ball.
Yeah, and it's not like Spring Lake Park playing press coverage in any sense of the word. Second down and 10. Goes to the outside and is caught in a little inside move. And a decent pickup right there.
And it's Justin Benjamin.
Justin Benjamin, his first catch of the night.
Again, right now, it's just a lot of the Raiders playing with space.
Go ahead.
Get your catch in space, get upfield.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, we might see some of the second stringers get some time here, get some reps, as the give is inside, and he's got some room.
Yeah, it's Leo Weber again.
Leo Weber once again.
And again, but like you said, though, this is a good opportunity for Coach Walsh on the other side. A really young team, a new program, Let's get as many players in here as they can. Get everybody on film. Let's just see what we have.
Problem is, I don't think we'll get on film tonight, Dante, because we don't have any us cams. That's all right. That's all right, though. That's all right. Next time.
It's going to be on our Twitch for the game next time.
And the give is inside to Weber, and he is piled up by a bunch of Spring Lake Park Panthers. And they are pumped after that. Looks like that was number 20 for Spring Lake Park. That was Miller. Actually, no, they said someone else. But it looked like to me Milnarczyk came up and was pretty pumped after that one. So.
Yeah, I mean, but it's good to see, though. I mean, because right now you're going to really start to see a bit more of the depth of the Panthers as well. A lot of players who don't normally get a ton of minutes early on getting those time now.
Wofford with the quarterback sneak, and he gets a couple yards. Going to bring up 3rd down.
And again, the Raiders trying to pick up the pace for obvious reason, and it's starting to show a little bit. Now, of course, personnel-wise, things are starting to change for the Panthers. Some more depth players starting to come in and get it more play, but nonetheless, movement and positive plays.
Absolutely. So come up 3rd down and 4 from the 16, about 7:28 left. I don't know in high school when's the running clock rule. I don't think we've reached that threshold yet.
Yeah, I think is it under 5 minutes?
Maybe. We will find out. And the give is inside to Weber, and he gets stuffed. Nothing going on that one. Tackled by a bunch of Spring Lake Park Panthers, and that'll bring up 4th down. So we'll see. Could maybe a long field goal, actually a gain of nothing. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
But yeah, you got to feel good if you're Coach Stewart here for the Panthers. Really strong performance, even late into the game.
Yeah.
That's the kind of performance you need that holds up long term. Everybody's on the same page. Nobody wants to let up that score.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's not saying they're pitching a shutout, but it almost kind of feels like it with the momentum that they're building. They can get out of here only giving up 10 points. That's got to be encouraging. Steps back, and he's got a man over the middle. And that'll be good for a 1st down. I believe that's the tight end. Coop Myers once again.
Gets about the 7.
Yeah, so that's a 1st down for Spring Lake Park. And Coop Myers, he's definitely been the star of the game for at least the offense for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Yeah, he's a steady presence in the middle of the field.
And Coop Myers once again gets the outside, gets in for a touchdown. Coop Myers finds the end zone and makes it 42-16, Spring Lake Park. So Cretin-Derham Hall, I would say even with a little bit of explosion for Spring Lake Park, so far a better second half.
Much better. Much more settled, much more composed. A couple of busted plays towards the end of the 3rd and the start of the 4th, but nonetheless, a lot better look on film here.
Here's the good part. They haven't said die. They didn't come out of the locker room defeated after that, and the extra point is good. After that really tough end to the first half where they fumbled the ball basically on a giveaway play, and then the other team scored with 0.2 seconds, they didn't come out and just give up. They've shown some fight, and I think that's to their credit.
And they stuck to what was their strength. I mean, those little RPOs with Coop Minor running across the middle, usually on some out routes, they've been connecting all game.
They have.
Finally able to really get some space in front of him as well. He made a play, got to the end zone. At least to start to stack something here.
And who knows? And I know we're harping on it, but if Spring Lake Park doesn't run that fake punt, who knows where we'd be right now? It's a completely different game if that doesn't happen.
Exactly. I mean, there was a reason why the Raiders felt they could be conservative at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And they followed up the drive doing everything they would have needed to do, but that one special teams play, there's a reason why it's 3 phases of the game.
Yeah, I kind of wish we were doing Spring Lake Park's game next week so I could talk to Coach about that fake punt. I kind of want to know.
Send him an email, anyways.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what inspired him to do it. I mean, it was genius, but what inspired him to do it?
Gutsy.
That was gutsy.
It looked like he saw blood in the water.
I think so.
The blood in the water, an opportunity to really set this thing away.
All right, so kicking Luke Fehrenbacher for Cretin-Derham Hall. Back to receive. Can't get a number on that, but we'll figure it out. Oh, it's a squib kick. And fielded smart play there by the Spring Lake Park player to just fall on it. No sense in trying to pick it up and return it. Just fall on the ball and retain possession.
Yeah, big fan celebration as they start the drive here. Fan with a team flag running around, getting the fans wild up. And hey, 42-17, a lot of reason to be excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like we said, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it is, I believe, Hawaiian night or Hawaiian shirt or something.
A lot of lays, a lot of Hawaiian shirts.
Actually, my coach in high school would wear a Hawaiian shirt every game.
Unironically?
Yes, unironically.
Incredible.
Telso gives to the inside and a pickup of a couple. That's Green with the carry and a pickup of a couple. So for Spring Lake Park, pretty easy. Just run the ball and try to run out the clock a little bit. Maybe get some of your second string guys in there, try to work them in.
Yeah. I mean, Keishawn Green heading off the field now, but I was about to say I love seeing a guy like that continue to get some reps late into this game. He's a junior, probably going to have a very big role next year.
Yep.
And it's clear that he has one in mind for this year, too.
And the give is inside. Or was that a keeper? Yep, keep
it. Was a keeper.
Third down and 3.
And Telso, he hasn't been called on except for on 2-point conversions really to throw the ball. But, like we said, he's made the right decisions in the option game. He's been sure-handed, and 4 touchdowns speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And the give is inside. And that is number 47 and gets a big applause. Lamari Brown with the carry on that
freshman
one.
Lamari Brown.
Freshman.
You see a little bit of that extra kick here from the crowd.
Fans loving that. Getting the Lamari chance. Yeah.
Question is smaller kid, 5'7", 155 pounds. Nice little burst that he had dipping right in between the tackles.
Yeah, and expect to see some new faces in the Spring Lake Park backfield on this drive as there's 4:18 left. And the give is inside. That is to number 10, Matthew Byron. Listed as a linebacker, but getting some run at running back.
And one thing I'm seeing early on, doesn't matter who, linebacker, running backs, that offensive line is not here to play games. Everybody's getting something.
Absolutely. And I think they're extra motivated to get some of these guys that don't play as much, some reps and some success running the ball to build towards the future.
And not to mention, just one more thing I do want to say about the offensive line as we see it play.
And he has stuff. That was actually Caleb Dean in a quarterback. So Caleb Dean in a quarterback. Don't see many 92s behind center. So I was a little
handoff
confused.
there too to back up tight end Sheldon Anthony as well.
Go ahead.
But one thing I was mentioning with the offensive line here, again, for the last 3 weeks of camp, they've only gone against this defensive line.
Yep.
It's been practice after practice, and the heat and all the conditions, they have been begging. Both offensive and defensive line have been begging for a chance to get their hands on somebody else. And the excitement is very clear so far.
Absolutely. And it looks like it will be Dean in a quarterback. Caleb Dean, the 5'9" sophomore. So could be the quarterback of the future for Spring Lake Park.
Mm-hmm.
And the give is inside. And a good run. This offensive line just keeps on chugging no matter what it is. That's number 10, Matthew Byron. And I think you'll see the stats after the game, the Spring Lake Park running. It'll probably be Telso 1, but then there'll be a bunch of different players with attempts and yards. And just it's good to see for Spring Lake. And it's fun for the fans as well, and the players and the student section who go to classes with these guys, or at least will be going to classes with these players. So
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the exact kind of thing that Coach Stewart loves to see here as he's going to break down the film afterwards. And that's the fact that he can see from a variety of different players in all three phases of the game.
Oh, the ball is fumbled, and it is picked up, I believe, by Cretin-Derham Hall. So just a miscommunication on the snap. Caleb Dean fumbled it, and it is now Spring Lake Park or Cretin-Derham Hall defense. So, you know, a young sophomore doesn't get too many reps, just probably got a little excited on that one.
Of course, and hey, the biggest thing about that is when you look at the score, this is all just a learning opportunity. A great
Right.
opportunity for younger players to get some meaningful reps.
Absolutely.
But like I was saying, Coach Stewart has got to be happy with the overall team performance. All three phases of the game really getting a chance to make their mark in this performance. Everybody gets a game ball. Everybody gets a chance to celebrate. That's exactly how you want it after week one.
So exactly 2 minutes left in the game. And the give is inside to Weber, and he is just swarmed by Spring Lake Park. That was Luke Fehrenbacher with the tackle on that one for a loss. And
Yeah,
really,
that's-
it's just about running up the clock at this point.
Exactly. But give credit to the performance there. That's a play that screams job's not done.
Absolutely.
We still have 2 minutes on the clock below. Let's finish strong.
This reminds me of my sophomore year playing basketball, where this is the time I would get in, and just the thrill of being on the court and not wanting to screw up and stuff like that. It's a big thrill. So he'll go back to throw, looking right, and he runs to the outside and he gets tackled. I believe we have a new quarterback for. I believe so. Is it the same quarterback? I'm trying to tell.
I can't quite see the number here.
No, we're back to Bollinger, actually. So, but regardless, 53 seconds left. Probably got time for one or two more plays. We'll see how much they try to push it here.
And you can feel the celebratory mood in the crowd already.
Absolutely. They've already done the I believe we just won chant, so.
So that about wraps it up then, doesn't
So,
it?
yeah, that counts as a win.
That does put it in the record book, doesn't it?
It does. And the give is inside to Weber. Nothing doing on that one. 26 seconds. The clock is ticking down. And I think you could kind of put it in the books for Spring Lake Park. And so this will be...
A lot of excitement on the sidelines, a lot of hugs, a lot of high-fiving. And that's exactly what you want to see after week.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good week for the Spring Lake Park Panthers. We'll see if Cretin-Derham Hall goes for one more play. It looks like they're going to run out the clock. And that'll do it. The Spring Lake Park Panthers are 1-0. They get the win 42-17 over the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. And Dante, it was just controlled by that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, this was a story of the basic fundamentals of football. If you control the line of scrimmage and you can win the turnover battle, that's the biggest thing. And right now, the Panthers were able to do both.
Absolutely. And I think we got a player of the game, Braden Talso, 4 touchdowns.
Braden Talso. I mean, Coach Stewart said last week that he really liked the development of Talso coming into this season. He had felt that he'd really progressed and was really starting to piece his game together. We can see a lot of that today.
I mean, some quarterbacks, particularly in the NFL, they don't get 4 rushing touchdowns in their career. I don't know if Brett Favre had 4 rushing touchdowns in his career.
Fair.
So, anyway, I think we'll put a period in it there, or exclamation point in it there. Dante, thanks so much for joining us.
Fantastic to be here.
Absolutely. This has been a presentation of North Metro TV. Again, the final score, 42-7. Spring Lake Park is victorious. Have yourself a great night.